What's going on, guys? Failed to listen. Welcome back to more of Failed's Thoughts. And in this video, I thought we would take maybe 2 or 3 minutes, possibly 4 or 5, to celebrate the fact that Killing Floor 2 now has an official release date, not just for PC, but for PlayStation 4 as well, on November 18th of this year. Everyone, at least on PlayStation 4 and PC, will have access to this game. If you're on PC right now, you have access to this game, but it is also known as Early Access. I think back in April of this year, I did a video, when is Killing Floor 2 coming to the PlayStation 4? And it's interesting because I think that video was uploaded about close to a week from being exactly 1 year since the PC Early Access release in its earliest form on Early Access, because even though it's released on PC, it's been in Early Access. And for those who don't know what Early Access is, it's a system, a feature, however you want to put that, on Steam, where developers can put their games out and update them as things come along nicely. Hopefully they come along nicely. And some developers will finish their games and do exactly what they set out to do. Other developers sort of abuse that system, hype a bunch of games up and make a bunch of promises that they know that they can't keep from, the moment they put that game out in Early Access. So it's, I think Killing Floor 2 is probably my only Early Access game. There might be one other that I forgot about, but I don't really do Early Access. It is, as Jeff Gertzman has put it, the Wild West on Early Access. There's just too much abuse on there of guys putting their games out on Steam and not finishing them, not living up to promises, overcharging for games that are, at best like $15 and trying to get like 30 or 40 out of people. It's just completely ridiculous on there sometimes. And then they, like I said, they don't even finish the game or live up to the promises. So with Killing Floor 2, I did put this in my top 5 co-op games that you can play for PC. And again, that video was just an opinion as well, but I think a lot of people are gonna like this game on PlayStation. Is it getting a physical release? I think it might be getting a physical release. I kind of hope that Killing Floor 2 does get a physical release for PlayStation 4. I'll probably buy it. I don't know that I would ever open it or anything. I mean, I already have the definitive version of that game, but just to have a physical copy of what is probably now one of my favorite games ever. I have over 300 hours in the game. Again, I was there day one in the game's earliest form, and I just love that game. Like, I love Killing Floor. It's, as the days go by, as the months go by, it does get better. They were a little slow with updates before and being transparent with the community and letting us know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. They've been quite a bit better. I wouldn't say that, they're at maybe where I would want them to be with that kind of thing, but like, they have been a lot better than they were before, and I think that's because they knew that this year was going to be the year that they finally released the game. So I think it's about a year and some change, about a year and 6 or 7 months. This game will have been in Early Access when it finally releases on November 18th. So I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited, me already having the game. The game will finally release when they're ready to release the final class. There's only one more perk. We just had SWAT, right? That was the second to last class, and apparently Tripwire has hinted at the fact that it's probably not going to be the martial artist that is the final perk, the final class. So they did say it's not what everyone thought it was going to be, but what we're working on is still really special, and we think a lot of people are going to like it. Something to that effect. So I want to say it's no longer going to be the martial artist based on things that they've said, but I guess time will tell, and maybe in a future update in 6 months to another year, maybe we can still get that. I don't know. But there's going to be probably 1 or 2 more maps, official maps added, as well as maps that you're going to be able to get for, through the mod community, whether it's on the workshop or wherever you get your Killing Floor 2 maps. So I'm looking forward to it. I do have my own server now for Killing Floor 2. I don't know if they're going to make it so there's crossplay between PS4 and PC guys. I think that would be pretty cool. But you guys are going to find this game pretty interesting, I think, for you PlayStation guys that have never played the first game, or can't play this one on your current PC, maybe because it's too demanding, or you're just waiting for the PlayStation 4 version, friends and reasons like that. more of your friends have a PlayStation than a capable PC. So I think a lot of you guys are going to like this game. You're going to get frustrated at some of the people in the community that don't want to have a balance for a team, right? Having a support, a medic, which is extremely important, a tank of some kind. The Firebug can tank a little bit. SWAT seems to be able to tank, from what I understand. Zerk needs to be... Zerk, to me, is a must. If you're playing, like, hard, suicidal, and Hell on Earth, like, I think you need at least one Zerk. Having two Zerks and, like, two medics, that's going to be kind of OP. That'd be almost like using cheat codes, depending on the team. If your team was really good and you had two medics, two Zerks, that's almost like cheat codes or something. So I wouldn't want to play that way. I know that. Like, the guys that I play with are very experienced. We all have like several hundred hours in the game. I wouldn't want to feel like I was cheating myself. So I'm kind of rambling at this point just because I like this game so much. But when it finally releases November 18th, I will try and have a review ready on that day. Hopefully we can get the last perk, the last class before November 18th, maybe like a week or so before, so I can kind of, you know, go into that a little bit to add to the review. But we'll just see what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for the continued support, and maybe in the next video or something, I'm going to talk a little bit about keyboard and mouse and those that are afraid of that a little bit. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you guys a lot. Take it easy. Peace.
Start. Now finish the job.